Why does this guy have a diamond border? This is literally PBE. Diamond 3 PBE, poggers. Right. Okay, so another PBE game. I'm gonna go for Sword Start because I really like swords. Nice. I personally prefer swords because I like AD comps. So of course sword is pretty decent with AD comps, but I also think it's super flexible. Like Enlightened, you can go Shojin with the sword. You can also go like Giant Slayer is probably one of the most flexible items there is. And then this could even be Hextech Gunblade, GA. It's just such a flexible item, honestly. I think sword is the best item to start. Although if you do want to force like duels or something, definitely go for bow. It just really depends. But sword allows you to flex between a lot of different comps. Cultist? Honestly, you can never say no to a Cultist early game. Yeah. So I played a couple games, and then there's a TF with Mage in shop, but that's not as appealing as TF with Cultist, because Cultist is like 20 times better early game than I think Mage is. So yeah, always take the Cultist in my opinion. It's just so strong early game. And then 6 Cultists is really good mid game, and if you somehow get lucky and get 9 Cultists, then you're pretty set. So it's looking like it's going to be like a Jhin carry game with these items. Ooh, I do want to get this Jarvan for the Keeper synergy. So maybe I shouldn't have bought this TF. Although it is a replacement TF if I do want to sell this layer, so we'll see. It doesn't look like anybody's going Cultist besides this guy. So should be good. I took Nidalee initially for this sharpshooter bonus for Jhin, but that's thinking way too far in the future. GA is good. Yeah. Thinking about like a future possibility is like always fine, but you definitely do not need to think too far into the future. Let's MGA. I'm just gonna slam it on Jarvan for now, because this Jarvan becomes like a cannon later if I do want the keeper buff still. So don't be afraid to slam items slash components on champions that you know you're gonna sell later on. And there's no way I'm keeping Jarvan late game, so this is Yasuo reroll, by the way. Yasuo reroll is really, really strong. And I feel comfortable slamming GA because GA is pretty flexible. And also because in this new set, Shades slash Assassins are much more common than like Infiltrators in set 3.5. So GA is like a really important item that's like good on Jhin, whatever really. Any of your flying AD carries, it's good on. And then yeah, let's see. This is Warlords right here. I mean, it could have been a Warlord game, but like, I feel like I need a Warlords earlier. I'm just placing another Jarvan in because similar to Rebels in 3.5, having an extra Rebel is a decent power spike. It just gives me more shield. In case you didn't know, there's a new shop change. So if you buy a unit, it can show up in your next shop, but if you don't buy the unit, then it will not show up in your next shop. So if I bought this Nidalee right here, it could show up in my next shop, but since I can't buy this Vi will not show up in my next shop no matter what. But after the next shop, the shop after the next, the next shop, I guess, it can't show up. So it's only for the shop right after. So yeah, you no longer want to buy useless units to hold, especially early game. Sharpshooter. If I win, I'm gonna sell TF to make 10. If I lose, I'm gonna pre-level. And then let me explain the reason for doing so. Right now, I don't really have anything great to play. Like if I do pre-level, so if I have the opportunity to make 10, I'm gonna take that opportunity and just sell this TF. But if I don't have the opportunity to make 10, if I lose this round, then I want to keep this Elise pair. So I'm not gonna make 10 and just pre-level. So yeah, right here I won and I can make 10, and I'm not willing to sell this Elise pair. I would have pre-leveled if I did have something to play, but honestly, like none of the units in my shop are screaming at me to like play them. So, ideally I'm going for bow for Giant Slayer, but another BF is fine. It could also just be a belt for defensive items. So yeah, it's bow first. When you're on carousel, always think about priority of items, so you don't have to like always be glancing back at your shop or glancing back at your board to see what you want. Yeah, so now it's belt. If this was on a higher cost unit, I would have taken that, but it's not, so it's belt. Like this might have been the right choice, but econ is really, really important, and belt's pretty flexible. So hopefully I don't get screwed over by item RNG. It's always by Cultist for sure. I guess I'm just leveling. I really don't want to play Callista. Callista with no items is just terrible. Like, I honestly think Aurelia is pretty good here. So, I'm just gonna play Aurelia. So yeah, ideally I'm aiming for a 5-win streak going into neutrals. If I can get that happening, then my econ is just gonna be so good. And like once again, all of this, like this win streak, all it just stems back to getting this TF2 with Cultist. The Cultist is just so good. Like Cultist in stage 2 is one of the best early game comps, if not the best. Like this guy. The only reason why he might be losing is because his items might be suboptimal. So let's check it out. Yeah, like these are actually decent items, but he has no front line. Like he has no front line, so that's why he's losing. Thresh because it's safer. Like I guarantee econ. If I played Aurelia and I lost, I'd have to sell an Elise pair or the Plista, and that feels really bad. So, although this does make my board a little bit weaker, it's not too much weaker, and I guarantee econ. It's basically the more conservative play, just playing a bit safer. I'm just gonna buy this Nidalee for Sharpshooter because I have a chance of rolling Jhin, and if I roll Jhin, I definitely want a Sharpshooter. It's this for the Dusk buff. Although I am dropping this later, but still. Okay. Yeah, Cultist is pretty uncontested except for like one guy, this guy. So, and even this guy is going like DF carry or something, or like mage or whatever. So, Rod is not great. This is also terrible. These items are not good at all right now. Brawlers, it's Ionic, I think. It's Ionic Spark. No, I think Two Keepers is better right now. Ionic Spark. Yeah, Dusk is not great because it's just like pretty weak early. I think the Keeper bonus plus Jarvan is just way better. It could be a Redemption Slam, but we'll see. We'll hold out a little. Also, like, GA Spark is such a good combo, like, you should always feel comfortable slamming that. Unless you really need your Rod for something else, but yeah. It's because Spark can cast even during GA, so yeah, it's really good. Also, my positioning was not great. It should have been like, this Elise was stuck, I think, last fight, so. Also, another tip is if you can level and lose only one econ, I will almost always take that level up, unless I'm like lose streaking and I want to lose. But other than that, like losing one econ at level when you're 50 gold, losing one econ at 50 gold is always worth, in my opinion. I might lose this one. Never mind. I'm actually so strong, but I don't have any healing reduction for this guy, so I can see. Okay, yeah, I do lose this one. Whatever. Good loss. Okay, nice. So it's this, and then we'll just do this. Something like this looks good. I need another cultist, so Pipe or Evelyn. I feel like I skipped it. I might have skipped an Evelyn. Feels bad. Also, there were new. I don't know if I talked about this already, but there were new cultist changes where before shield didn't count as like your units losing health. So then running Keeper was pretty bad on cultists. But now, if you lose shield, it counts as losing health, so your Galio spawns in early enough. So yeah, running Keeper isn't as bad as it used to be for cultist. But yeah, I'm actually pretty strong right now. Hitting that Jhin was pretty huge. Wait, did I see another cultist player? This guy's also going cultist? Although he's definitely pivoting out later. It's Bo. Bo for Giant Slayer. Once again, just like set 3.5, Giant Slayer is really, really good on Jhin. It's also it could also be IE. If not, it's another. It's Belt. Belt for Warmogs. Okay, it's this. Please. Okay, nice. I get this. I think. Nice. And I'm actually really, really comfortable slamming IE, I think. Am I? Do I need Giant Slayer? Yes, eventually. Oh no, it's this. But I lose. It's not that yet. Okay, let's see. Giant Slayer is yes. 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 Okay, I need Giant Slayer. We're going to beat it out. Reason why I need Giant Slayer is because I saw like 3 people going Brawler frontlines and stuff. Like, look at this. Like, and then some people going Galio, so Giant Slayer is so important right here. So yeah, we're going to greed it a little. I don't have a win streak to maintain. If I had like a 4 win streak, I would slam IE. But I have nothing to maintain, so I'm going to greed it out a little. I mean, besides preserving HP, but I'm 97 HP, so it doesn't really make a difference. But yeah, GA is so good on Jhin, I think. Nice. I made a small mistake there by buying this Vayne, because that means this Vayne can show up in my next shop, and I don't want Vayne, because I'm definitely selling these two later, the Dusk pair, so. Slight mistake, but not the biggest deal. It like only changes things by like probably like 0.1%, so. This positioning's fine right here. I saw 2 on the left side, 1 on the right side. So I got unlucky on Jhin, basically on the right side, but it's fine. But yeah, just another tip that you guys are probably aware of, but just make sure you're scouting and stuff. Like, scouting can help you literally win fights and maintain win streaks and stuff, so really, really important. Also, Aphelios is just so broken still. Like, GA Gunsu's on Aphelios is just perma broken. Because GA means his turrets can keep firing, and then Gunsu's allows him to proc attack speed off his turrets, because for some reason I think his turrets give him stacks. So, and champion, by the way, if you ever want to run that. Perfect. We're gonna level, and we're gonna play this. I'm gonna play this for now, actually. I still need another cultist. But right here, my plan is to roll out a little at 4-1, because I have a small win streak going, and because getting 6 cultists is a huge power spike, so I really want to roll for that. So yeah, I'm gonna roll like maybe down to 40, 50, try to find another cultist. Yep, there's the Giant Slayer. Perfect. So yeah, let's see if we can hit the cultist. There it is. Perfect. So yeah, this is just our comp right here. So this, so this, so this. Something like this I think is fine. Also, in my opinion, the next best sharpshooter to run with Jhin is Teemo, because his blind is actually really useful sometimes, so yeah. Also, new XP changes. So, at set 3.5, you wanted to level at 4.3, but now the new leveling curve is at 4.2 if you're high rolling super, super hard. So if I was at 100 HP and I had something to play, I actually might have leveled right here, because I would have like an insane win streak. But leveling here means I lose a lot of econ, and I don't have anything super good to play right now. So I'm going to wait until 4.5. So remember, new leveling curves are at 4.2 and 4.5. Like you see, a lot of people just power spiked right there, because they're probably rolling or leveling right there. And you want to maintain even ground with the other people in your lobby. I need healing reduction. Jesus. I'm not sure. Pike should have been here to get the keeper buff. I might have trolled a little by putting Redemption on. Oh, I trolled. Reason why I trolled is because Redemption is on Elise, and Elise is not as maneuverable as somebody in the front line. Because Elise wants to be near my carries for the shield, so that was a mistake. I should have slammed Redemption on somebody else, I think. Maybe I can find a replacement at least. Chances are really small, but whatever, I'll buy it. Yeah, that was a slight mistake. Putting Redemption on Elise. Building Redemption is fine, but placing it on Elise was not the best. It's not like terrible, but also not great. I'm down to go for like Last Whisper or something. Although this guy just took my bow, so I don't know anymore. I'm down for this also. Yep. Like, you might have seen this guy, he was also positioning for this. So, denying and also getting gargoyles is pretty good. So I'm leveling here, I have this to play. And then I can roll a little. This is good. It's fine for now. Ideally, I want to get Zillion in at some point. But yeah, this Redemption is not great. It's whatever. I'm probably not going... Oh, why did I sell Callista? I could have gone 9 Cultist. Like, 9 Cultist is an option. Dazzler? What was this? It's this for sure. Like, Kinnan is nice, but Keeper starts to fall off, while Mystic doesn't fall off as much, so. We're gonna go something like this. Okay, my comp is actually pretty good now. I'm gonna keep Kinnan because if I do get Zillion, it's gonna be Zillion and then Kinnan, or Zillion over Shin and then Kinnan goes in somewhere. Worst case, these items become Hodge on Jhin. So yeah. I'm in a pretty good spot right now. Dusk Mage, Fortune Switch 1E. Vanguard is pretty good. This is tough. Vanguard is good here, not good here, good here, here. No. Yes. It's actually good at most of the... against most of the lobby. I'm eventually dropping Cultist, I think, so... Oh, I didn't give it in time. So the plan here is to go 9 at 5-5, and then determine what my comp is. It's either 9 Cultist or like Vanguard, Mystic, Sharpshooter, something wonky. So yeah, we're just gonna go 9. 87 HP means I have like 6 lives. So yeah, going 9 is definitely feasible. My positioning is pretty bad though. I need to fix that. Oh, it's hard on Jhin, by the way. In case you didn't know, the last round, that last creep round was the last round to get components, so you might as well slam items, full items now. Broken champion, by the way, like, pretty crazy. Like, I almost lost that. Okay, this is good now. Now I don't feel bad about selling this. So just this, and then this. Okay, perfect. So yeah, keeping those releases did work out in the end. And then I'm just gonna have him solo frontline. Along this, something like this. Looks good. Another power spike, or yeah, another power spike for some people is 5-2, 5-5, and 5-1 also. So just make sure you're keeping aware of what the lobby is doing. Maybe solo frontline is actually not the best move for Aatrox. But yeah, I'm pretty strong. And recognizing how strong you are just comes from playing a lot of games and seeing how you're, like, whether you're winning or losing, obviously. If you're, for example, let's say like you're in 4th right now, if you're losing to like the last place guy, you're really weak and you need to start like leveling or rolling. But if you're like, if all the fights are really close and you're like manage to get some wins in, like you're in a decent spot. It just really depends on how much health you have. Yeah, solo frontlining is probably not the move right here, so we're just gonna do something like this. Because Aatrox dies too fast, and then Redemption gets just no value, so. There's a lot of assassins right here in this lobby. And you see here, like, I'm still running, like, TF Chosen. And that's just because, like, Chosen, or Cultist is just really, really good through early and mid game. And dropping TF gives me more flexibility to play, like, Mystic, Spirit, Sharpshooter, anything like that. Watch out. Nice. Like, if I don't end up going 9 Cultist, I'm going to sell TF, and then roll for, like, a Legendary Cultist, or 5 cost Cultist. But I'm just like left with a lot of options, and that's simply just because of taking the Cultist early game. I'm down to take Shojin. This can go on Zillion. Never mind. It's Hodge, I guess. Yeah, both of these items are early game items, and since we're in the late game, there is just literally no point in taking that. I don't even know who I Hodge at this point. Okay, now we're rolling, boys. No. Lee Sin? You there? Or not Lee Sin. I rolled too much by accident. Okay, we're locking this shop. There's 2 things I want. It's probably a 9 Cultist game. I haven't tried 9 Cultist, and I really want to see how strong it is. It seems really fun. Shop is locked, perfect. Okay, so if it's 9 cultists, it's this, this, and then this is Mystics. Wait, what is going in? What is going in? Oh, this. Do I need Mystics in this lobby? Yes. Yes. No. Yes. Okay, so I do need Mystics. And then I guess it's Mystics over. It's Mystics over Sharpshooter. I might be trolling. I actually don't know how good 9 Cultist is. I played against it last game. It was pretty good in my opinion, so we'll see. Yeah, if we're just forcing 9, I'm just gonna keep these still. I could have made 10 right there, but I don't know. What if I never hit Zillion? Then it's just FF, game's over. I could also go for Gen 3. Definitely viable. Nobody's contesting. I made a slight mistake not slamming Aja on Teemo. But I don't think it would have made a difference. Okay, nice, that's really good. Okay, it's 9 cultists. Let's do it. This, and then this. Alright, boys. We're in the end game now. Now we're rolling. Who does this go on? Zillion? Or not Zillion? I need to think about this. Holy, look at this. Wait, this Galio is so funny. Go on. I think this Galio actually wants to be 9s. 400. Okay, yeah, I mean, the 9 cultist is so strong, it's really funny. Just do this, and then who did the second most damage? Aatrox? Can't put items on Aatrox. Jhin? Okay, there it is. There you go, Jhin. Have fun. Well, oh, why? Why you gotta do that to me, man? Okay, my Zillion didn't ulti. I wonder if my Galio can actually 1v9. Oh, Teemo? Okay, never mind. Game sucks. Got sniped. I wasn't scouting. It's my fault. Okay, it's Gen 3. Alright, Gen 3. Holy cow. Okay, as long as I don't get sniped. Unlucky. There's no way I lose this, right? Like, it's a Gen 3. Like, if I don't get first or second, that'd be really bad. I'd be so sad. Wow, look at this Yasuo 1v9. Yasuo actually 1v9s. Oh no, he has Dazzler. Okay, yeah. Yeah, this game's looking like a first. Tank items are okay. Honestly, like, Bramble is good here. Oh, it's actually Zillion though, it's Zillion, yeah, okay. I mean, you guys give me Zillion 2 with a tier, like, mad or what? Okay, I mean, I could literally just go AFK and probably get a second. I would only lose to this guy. Wait, who's the guy with the Zephyr? This guy. I don't lose to this guy just because he could snipe me, but there's pretty much nothing to roll for, just like these units, which are kind of useless. I'm positioning like this because, let's say I do face this guy with a Zephyr, or okay, sorry, I should position like this, yeah. If I do face the guy with the Zephyr, he's probably going to Zephyr this square, so if I swap last second, he ends up Zephyring this useless unit. Just a little trick. That's usually what I do. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but pretty good. Am I actually losing to this guy? How am I losing to this guy? That was a really weird interaction. I can roll a little after Rift Herald. How did I lose? Maybe... Wait, what? I feel like I'm 20 times stronger than him. Okay, nice. I just positioned myself into a Zephyr. I'm actually trolling. I should beat this guy, though. Oh no, team up. Okay. I mean... I guess 9 Cultist sucks. GA is good. GA Shen or something. Okay, well I thought this game was going to be a first, but it looks like Teemo just hard counters my Jhin. And then this other guy is just stronger than me for some reason. Alright, let's hope I win this. Or let's hope this guy at least eliminates this guy. I'm just getting destroyed here. Okay, yeah, it's a second. There's no way I win this. Oh, Eland, okay. I'm a pretty good game. I got to try out 9 Cultist and got a 3-star Jhin. I think that 9 Cultist isn't actually that strong, I guess. So I should have just definitely went like Sejuani 2, Aatrox 2, maybe run 6 Cultist, and then just like run legendaries from there. That was probably the move. But yeah, just learning to gauge power levels is pretty important in this game. And that just comes with practice and watching other people play. other than that, that was like a really, really good game, and I managed to like get second with a TF, just a TF chosen just right off the start. So yeah, like you don't always have to sell your chosen. You can keep it if you're, especially if you're going like a 9 trait or 6 trait synergy. But generally you do want to sell it. But in this case, going 9 cultist is fine running TF. Other than that, that was a pretty good game.